Ugh.
So right now it's looking pretty good in here. We've got some stuff set up, but we're still kind of like ironing out the kinks. Not everything's entirely functional at the moment, including the console.
We're still waiting on a cable, like $1 billion cable that doesn't exist. So once we get that, we'll fire it up and hopefully start to use it.
But in the meantime, we've got 2 audio interfaces running as an aggregate into our computer.
And we really just wanted to put it to use and you know, kind of use the space as what we'd always envisioned it being.
So we had Shaking Hands in here, such as Sebastian's band, recording them kind of as a trial run.
Basically, the idea was to record a couple songs, kind of just start feeling out the room, you know, see where guitars sound good, where do you want the drum kit.
It was really funny to sit down at the board during that session and start making tracks, throwing on some EQs and some compression.
It's nice to think about audio equipment and what you want in the space and how you want the space to sound rather than what kind of 2x4 is best to frame a wall.
It was like a pretty magical moment actually to finally start recording in here. Regardless of what gear we're using, it's amazing because it's here.
You know, the space has transitioned from the shitty shack to a renovation construction zone to an actual studio.
One, two.
So we were able to run a full live off the floor session with Shaking Hands and record vocal tracks separately as just an overdub.
It turned out amazingly. It sounded great.
You know, for a live off the floor session, we had great sounding isolation, crisp tracks, a little bit of natural reverb, and just like an overall character that, you know, really can't be reproduced in a totally dead environment.
I think that was the defining moment, transitioning from building this space to using this space.
And you know, we're just ready and eager to get other bands in the studio.
We've been telling everybody about the project we're working on since we've started, basically, and I think it's maybe hard for them to envision kind of what we're talking about.
A lot of people heard about this project from all of us and, you know, had ideas about what we were really creating.
So we threw a little open house. It was a pretty intimate affair, and you know, we just had friends, family, peers, mentors come by.
We tried to demonstrate the transformation of shithole to studio. So we had some prints of when the studio was Igor Kink's space and when he had it filled to the roof with bikes, as well as some pictures of the progress of the space. It was really nice seeing people come in here and comment on the work we had done.
It was nice to have that kind of recognition for our hard labor.
It felt really good knowing that we had actually done really good work as opposed to the shoddy workmanship that is in my mind.
Yeah, it was an interesting night for me because it was my birthday and it was an unveiling of the studio, and it was also the first time that my band has played in like 3 months.
Later that evening we got Shaking Hands to play a set and a whole other crowd showed up and it was really fun.
the studio done? No, the studio will never be done. The studio is our baby, and babies are never done.
You can only get to a certain point without saying, oh, we can change that or we can fix that.
Like anything in audio, like, a mix is never done. You just always have to realize when to stop. And we're kind of at that point with the studio now. We're happy enough with it, and we can start recording bands, and we can make small changes as we go, and we can constantly add.
I'm really proud of the space in the state that we have it right now. I never knew I could accomplish something like this.
We did it like as a unit and not alone, which is important.
The entire process has been incredibly scary, incredibly fun, and also very rewarding. If you want to do something, you really can. You just have to make it fucking happen.
I think we all really savored and enjoyed the entire experience, and yeah, it's something I think we'll always remember. That effort and that hardship will always be present in the space, and I think that's an energy that we'll never be able to escape.